Okay, back to our inventory systems. Two of them. Let me show. I want to show this as inventory. Let's go inventory. And we talked about a perpetual system of accounting for inventory versus periodic. Perpetual system. It's perpetual in the sense that it's always updated. Periodic. It's not always updated. It's updated periodically. And the question is, what is the it that is being updated periodically? And the question is, it's the inventory balances and the cost of goods sold balances are updated on a periodic basis, usually at the end of a period. So if it's monthly, it's the end of a month. If it's semi-annually, it's at the end of a 6-month period. Certainly it's going to be annually at the end of a year. Perpetual is where the inventory balances and the cost of goods sold figures are updated perpetually. Every transaction that impacts them is directly posted into inventory and into cost of goods sold. The reason for perpetual inventory system, a perpetual inventory system, is ideal because you have, well, computers has made the use of a perpetual inventory system much more common. Use of computers. You think about like big box stores, Home Depot, Sam's Club, places like that can use a perpetual inventory system. When they receive goods, they can log them in using computers directly into inventory, which really means that when we're posting and recording transactions, we are actually posting into inventory, and as we are selling transactions, we are posting into cost of goods sold. That's what this means. And so when you see people with those barcodes and they're recording things, they can zap all the goods that come in. They can put them right into inventory. And as items are being sold and you're going through the cash register, those items are coming right out of inventory. And so at any time, someone can say, what is the inventory balance that we should have? And that will give them, from at least a paper perspective, what the balance of the inventory should have. There will always be a need to actually go onto the floor where the inventory is located and physically count the goods. But in a perpetual inventory system, the physical count of the goods is then compared to what they already have on the books. And that's different than a periodic system. And in a periodic system, the physical count of the goods is what is used to determine the balance in the ending inventory and the cost of goods sold. So under a periodic system of inventory, rather than posting into inventory and cost of goods sold, what we're going to be posting into is we're going to be posting into a purchases account. There's an account called purchases that we post into purchases as opposed to an inventory account. And then cost of goods sold is determined through a calculation. And it's the calculation I showed on the last video. We take our beginning inventory and we add the purchases here. That gives us the goods available for sale, or the cost of goods available for sale. We subtract out ending inventory, which, how do we come up with that ending inventory number? We go to the floor, we count, and that gives us cost of goods sold. We don't have a T account for cost of goods sold like we do here. We have a calculation, and that calculation is how we go through determining the cost of goods sold. Again, it's two different ways of coming to determine the same thing. And what is it that we're after? We're after accurate figures in inventory and cost of goods sold. Again, this only happens for merchandising companies because now we have inventory. We have the asset inventory, and we have on the P&L cost of goods sold. So we're going to look at specific examples of this, obviously through the problem sets in the class. But I want to make sure that we're seeing that these are two different ways of arriving at the same thing. And the perpetual system is becoming more prominent through the use of computers and technology, and what we can do with computers is a good thing when it comes to inventory. So again, the nuances, and we'll show specific examples in class, but trying to cover the concepts of what's going on here. So we'll see you in the next video.